Is it too late to change your life in your 40s? I say no. A matter of fact, I'd go as far as to say that your life should change in your 40s. Life is ever changing. Whether you like it or not, your life will change. So in your 40s, your kids are getting older. In my 30s, my kids were young, little children. Now, in my 40s, my kids are much older and life is changing. Their life is changing, my life is changing. I'm finding I'm doing more things to spend more time with my family. The time with my kids is rapidly coming to a close, unfortunately. Now, I know when they're old and then when they're adults, I'll still spend time with them, but it will look very different than it does now in my 40s. My career has changed. I've actually intentionally made some career choice changes. And that's a good thing, and I think you should do the same thing. The job that you had in your 30s may not be what fulfills your needs in your 40s and may not fit your goals for your future or for your family. I find myself constantly now looking at how my work provides for my family, not how I can work and do better and advance more. It's not as important to me to advance at work anymore. It's more important that I provide for my family and I care for my family. Also, I've noticed in my 40s, my physical body has changed a lot. Some older people had told me this time would come, but you know, when you're in your 30s or even your 20s, you don't realize it's coming. And I wouldn't say that it was a quick change, very slow. Things have changed. And I was recently talking to my son about this, that all through life, your body changes. We notice this especially with small children, and then with teenagers going through puberty. And then after that, we think things kind of stable out and stay the same, but they don't. Your body's always changing. It seems like in your 20s and 30s is probably the most stable time for your body, and when your body is at its strongest. In my 40s, I've noticed aches, pains, different reactions to foods that I never had before. It's just different. I've also noticed my metabolism slowing down. So I need to do things to take care of that, like exercise. And just like everybody else, I'd say I avoid exercise sometimes. But now I'm making much more of an effort to exercise. And I notice the more I exercise, the better in check my weight is. And the better my endurance. I can walk more, I can play more with the kids, and I have a lot more energy, which sounds completely backwards because you would think if you're expending energy exercising, that you would have less energy and be more tired. Well, that's not the case. I've also noticed in my 40s that sleeping has become different. I don't sleep well anymore, and I'm not sure I ever did sleep great. But in my 40s, it's even worse. But I have noticed the more I exercise, the better I sleep as well. So is it too late to change your life in your 40s? Well, what kind of life change are you looking for? No, your life should change in your 40s. Should you change jobs in your 40s? Maybe, probably. Might be a good idea to consider at least. How is your job impacting your family? How is your job helping you reach your goals? Should you even consider leaving your job and starting your own thing? That's scary, but it can also be very, very rewarding. So life in your 40s is not the same as life in your 30s or 20s. It's just not. You're past the stage of starting your family most likely. Your kids are most likely getting older. So things have changed. You're now in the midst of life, and you're probably about halfway through your working life as well. So life changes. And that's not a bad thing. We look at change and life change and the possibility of should we change as scary, as uncertain, and something that we often worry about. But there's no real need to worry about it. Change will happen, whether you like it or not. The difference is here we can make some choices to make that change as beneficial as we want it to be, to impact our lives the way we want our life impacted. So I would encourage you, change your life in your 40s. Go ahead, take the leap to change your life. Make sure you are fulfilling your goals. And I would even encourage you to write down what are those goals for the next 5 or 10 years. And you know, some of them might be a little generic, like you want to spend more time with your family, but as much as possible, write down exactly what that looks like, because a generic goal is hard to reach. So do you want to take more vacations with your family? What does that look like? Are you not going to work overtime? What does that look like? Whatever it is, write it down. What are your goals for your 40s? And then make the changes necessary to reach those goals. When you write down goals, you come up with ways to reach your goals. Writing down your goals is so critical, because without writing them down, you have nothing really to aim for other than an idea that's floating in your head. Well, go ahead and get it out of your head and down on paper. Write it down. So if a goal is to take a vacation a year or 2 vacations a year, write it down. If the goal is to have dinner with your family every night, write it down. If the goal is to invest in properties, write it down. Whatever it is, it's time to change your life in your 40s. Life is changing, your health is changing, and your future, well, you're in what you thought was a faraway future once upon a time, and you're halfway through your career. So it's time to write down your goals. It's time to actively move forward into your 40s, through your 40s, and into your 50s. It's time to take charge and make the changes necessary to make your life what you want it to be. I know this was a different adventure today, but I hope you can join with me on this life in my 40s and join with me as I move forward and on other adventures. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and join me on adventures as I go through my life. And hey, if you want to pick up a cool shirt like this one, they're on yankeeontheprairie.com. I look forward to seeing you on our next adventure.